Yo my dudes, and welcome back to the channel. So I present to you in this video the final war of season 25, and first up we're going up against Void using Ghost. So this being the final war of the season, I chuck on a regen boost just in case I suffer any degen damage from Void. And yup, as you saw in the thumbnail, this is fight number 1 out of 11, so I'm in for the ride of my life. Alright, so even though I'm using an unduped Ghost, she still does the job very nicely. Just gotta get in a few extra hits to push myself to my SP2, and yep, once that happens, Void just drops immediately. Alright, easy peasy, Void's in the bin. Up next, we have a cleanup job ahead of us. This stealth Spidey has 75% health remaining because my alliance mate unfortunately couldn't one-shot him. So I've got to come in to finish this guy off. So we're going to use Ghost, just phase intercepts all the way, and he's going to drop really quickly. Alright, so 2 fights in the bin. What awaits us up next is Domino on backup recovery for the center mini. So yeah, over here the idea is to use Quake to just basically Quake her down. But I make one major critical error at the start of the fight. I wasn't holding down heavy. So what happened next was she was able to lower my ability accuracy and caused all my heavy evades to fail. So yeah, this was the ultimate noob error. The most critical error in MCOC history. Because of this fight not going according to plan, I had to quit out and retry again. This is where I gave away my first DK of this war, the final war of this season. At this point, I was telling myself I cannot afford to make any more mistakes because our opponents are playing pretty well. And yeah, so the pressure was on me. I told myself at this point, from this point onwards, I cannot afford to give away any more DKs. This is the so-called, or this should be the so-called only death I give away for this final war. So here I'm just quaking in the corner. I started the fight correctly. I was holding down heavy, so my ability accuracy remained at its maximum 100%, and she wasn't able to cause me, or should I say she wasn't able to shut off my heavy evades. So yeah, like they always say, second time's a charm. So we're quaking perfectly, haven't taken any hits, our heavy evades haven't been shut down as well. Over here, the backup recovery activates, she gains back around 23% health, but no biggie, we just continue what we're doing best. And even though I dropped that heavy over there, which I didn't mean to do, it's okay, we just bait out that SP1 and just go back to good old fashioned quaking. And as we approach the final phase of this fight, this is the most critical juncture because this is where most mistakes happen for Quake players. And yeah, I'm no different, it happened to me as well. My nerves just got the better of me. But yeah, at least it's a one shot. So 3 fights in the bag, 1 timeout or 1 quit out. So 1 DK, on to the next fight straight away against Apocalypse. We're going in with Ghost, we're still boosted up. Let's take him down. The idea I had in my mind going up against this Mixed Master Apocalypse was just to do phase intercepts and yup, bait out his SP1s and SP2s accordingly, and this fight should proceed according to plan. For me, I'm really comfortable with fighting Apocalypse. I fought him so many times in AQ and AW over the course of this season as well. So the fight's going really well at the start over here. I bait out that SP1, do a perfect double deck so to speak, And yeah, push him to second SP1, and this is where I make a really critical mistake. I dash back, or I dax a bit too late, and I ate 2 hits to the face. But it's okay, the fight's still going quite well. I should have this solo in the bag if I don't make any more unforced errors. Alright, so coming up next, once again, we bait out the SP1. Didn't get off that second dax, it's okay, just ate a bit more block damage. But yeah, what I'm saying is over here, using an unduped ghost is actually slowing down this fight quite a bit, and also making me eat quite a bit of chip damage as well, because of the fact that I cannot build up her power quickly through phasing. But it's okay, I mean, I make do with what I have. If only Kabam could give me a dupe ghost. Please Kabam, please RNG gods, please give me a dupe ghost one of these days. I hope it's quite soon anyway, because I really want to go for that 7.2 Legends run. And as we approach the final part of this fight, even though, yup, because once again my ghost is unduped, don't have enough power for an SP2, but it's okay. I just launched at SP1. I don't want to prolong this fight anymore and just finish it off. Okay, so after a short break, back to work. We are up against Invisible Woman right now. All my boosts have expired, so I know that this fight is going to be really easy for Quake, bread and butter. I'm just not going to basically boost up for this fight whatsoever. Just going in with plain vanilla Quake, and she's going to get the job done.
It's all about humanity.
Alright, so now that my energy's been restored, full complement of energy, we're gonna finish off the rest of this war in one sitting. Up next is Morning Star. Once again, we're gonna Quake her. We're not gonna be boosting up whatsoever, or should I say we did boost up. I think was what, a 10% champion boost or 10% attack boost. Yeah, it doesn't matter, just gave me a bit more attack rating to just make this fight go a wee bit faster. Anyways, it's the same thing. Once again, she goes unblockable, but it doesn't matter. As long as I Quake perfectly, I won't get hit. But there you saw, apparently I cannot Quake perfectly. So yeah, I got clipped over there. But it wasn't that big of a deal, because I have that persistent or that permanent armor break on me, which allowed me to regen back quite a fair bit of the damage taken. And here once again, Morningstar clips me yet another time, because she decided to mess up the timing of her attacks ever so slightly to put me off. But it's okay, she goes down, we get the solo, on to Dr. Doom.
It's all about humanity.
We're going to be using Ghost for this fight, because Dr. Doom's got ebb and flow intercept. So yep, Ghost is going to be making it a lot faster instead of just quaking it all the way. You could actually quake this Dr. Doom as well, but it's going to take twice as long, because your attack is going to be severely gimped. Anyways, all we need to look out for is not to delay too long, so that we don't get that armor break on Ghost. And as long as you do that, this fight should go according to plan. So it's quite an easy fight actually. And furthermore, whenever it's a Dr. Doom, I have so much fun fighting against him, because I just love daxing his SP2s. Just love it. Yeah, in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have boosted up for this fight prematurely because he went down way too easily. In any case, also, up next after this Doom fight, you'll see I'm going up against Thing on the Rage node, that mini boss. So what you want to do against any of the mini bosses on Rage, if you're using Quake to face them, you don't want to actually be boosting up with the champion boost, because since you're rocking, or should I say in my case, because I'm rocking Quake with Suicides, I'm gonna be losing quite a fair bit of health. Alright, my health is gonna take away quite a fair bit at quite an accelerated rate because I'm boosted up. So ideally, you just want to go in with plain vanilla Quake. She's gonna do just the right amount of damage on Rage. So of course, Quake isn't the be-all and end-all champion that you have to use if you're going up against Rage. You can also use champions like G99 or Guardian, who don't crit as well. But for me, I just like using Quake, love her so much, so that's why I bring her in with me for pretty much every war. Yeah, Quake and Ghost, especially for the new or the current iterations of Alliance War, with the current nodes we're facing, whether it's Protection or Protect, Globals, or the Globals where they apply to metal champs, things like that.
Just like a spark that's breaking out, can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up, babe. Tonight we gonna.
And you'll also notice, boys, that I drop, or I suffer quite a few drop inputs, especially if the opponent is about to be stunned. Yeah, I always drop those heavies because what's happening to me is I'm anticipating the next attack triggering my heavy evade before I swipe back or manually dax. So that's what's causing me to release my evades or release my heavies prematurely. So I pretty much, for me personally speaking, I really prefer fighting stun immune opponents using Quake instead of those that can be stunned. At least that prevents the problem, or that prevents the issue of me suffering those dropped inputs. Alright, so a quick recap. 8 fights in the bag, only 1 DK suffered so far. It's going pretty good. At least I would say that Domino fight woke me up for the rest of this war. And here we're going up against Nick Fury using Quake once again. So here in this fight, I was pretty pleased that I didn't suffer any dropped inputs, especially when Nick was about to be stunned. So that was always a good feeling. I always feel really good when that happens. However, here, coming up right about now, when the real Nick Fury appears, I got a bit distracted. Don't know what I was thinking about, but yeah, here I suffered. Oh my goodness, I ate a combo to the face. But even worse was that amount of bleed damage I suffered. My goodness, it brought me down to just about 18% health, and thankfully I stayed around there or even higher than that. Or should I say, just thank the RNG gods, thank the Kabam gods, because my opponent wasn't able to activate his assassins to prevent me from evading. So thank God for that. Anyways, at this point on, or from this point onwards, I managed to clutch out the rest of the fight, didn't die, and I saw this fight as a one-shot as well. Okay, so 9 fights down and we are gearing up for the grand finale, the final mini-boss Mojo, and then on to the APOC boss. So here we boost up Quake fully with 30% champion boost and 25% health boost as well, plus also a 15% attack boost to take on this Mojo boss in the hope that we can bring him down really quickly. Of course, I had to use quite a fair bit of items or L4 potions as well to bring her up to speed. But yep, in this fight, I would say that I experienced quite a fair bit of good RNG in that he wasn't able to gain any power to push himself over an SP1. Yeah, really good fight here. As this fight draws to a close, as you see, the RNG that I enjoyed means I fulfilled pretty much none of his prompts, didn't give him any followers, so he basically ended, or I killed him without Mojo gaining any power at all. Alright, now that we've taken care of that gauntlet of mini bosses, on to the final fight of this war. This APOC boss, I was really tired at this stage, a lot of fatigue, but I told myself power through. So yep, let's check out the final fight. For the most part, the fight was going really well until around the 11 hit mark when I make this critical mistake whereby, I managed to dax the SP1 quite well. Here, I just waited a bit too long. Yeah, when he came in, or he delayed a bit too long and I got clipped there. So thank goodness I decided to chuck on those invulnerability boosts for the first time in a very long time. So anyways, over here we draw that SP2, the final 2 hits. So in fact, the second hit is gimped, the third hit did no damage at all because of protect. Once again, we repeat the whole process over and over again. And here you'll notice coming up, I think towards the middle of this fight, I make another mistake. I think it's here, whereby, not yet, whereby I accidentally dash back way too soon when trying to dash his SP1, and I eat 3 blasts to the face, and thankfully none of those blasts were critical hits, or else this fight would have been over a long time ago. But yeah, SP2s for me, really bread and butter. I enjoy evading them so much. SP1s, if your timing is just a little bit off, you're gonna suffer big time. And as we head into the final stretch, this is where I tell myself, come on, last SP2, Apocalypse, just die! Why won't you die? Last 4%, the last hit of course did no damage once again because of Protect. So we have to do it the hard way, and Apocalypse is now SP1 trigger happy. So the idea here is just to go in, play it safe, and just face intercepts him all the way until he drops dead. So yeah, there you go boys, 11 fights this war, only 1 DK. Did we win? The verdict is out, we didn't, and this is how I felt.
I don't feel so good.
You're alright.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I don't want to go. I don't want to go, sir. Please. Please, I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Well, alas, it was not to be. I thought I had done enough to redeem myself after that Domino DK, but it was not to be. So, ultimately, my mistake cost my alliance this final war of the season, and we were resigned to our fate to remain in Platinum 4. If we had won, we would be in Plat 3 and we would have enjoyed those extra 5,000 6-star shards. But hey, it is what it is. I learned from this mistake to be an even better player. Alright, so thank you so much once again, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. But before I sign off, this was what I managed to pull from the season's rewards in terms of this 6-star champ. Check it out. So in the meantime, I'm going to leave you to it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do take care, and I wish you an absolutely fantastic week ahead. Till I see you the next time, this has been Sats signing off. Peace out.